Hey there, Mark the Guitar Guy. Welcome back. We've got a great little song for you. It's by Avicii, Wake Me Up. It's a really, really simple song. The cool part is the left hand's really, really simple. The right hand, however, is where the most of the magic is really happening because the left hand's pretty simple. Now, it's a capo position on 2. That's if you're in normal tuning. And we're doing some really, really simple stuff. So what I'll do is we'll first go over what the left hand is doing, and then we'll break down what the right hand is doing, and then put it together. But what I'll do is, for you, those of you out there that don't have a capo, we're going to learn it all without the capo, so it's an open position. But simply, once you've learnt it, throw the capo on number 2 and the 2nd fret. When you do that, make sure it's nice and high position, and then you can get into it and it'll sound exactly like the album, okay? So, capo off for this version. I'll just leave it at the end there. The chords are A minor, nice and simple, first 3 fingers, nice and simple position, just a basic A minor position. Just make sure your 2nd finger is on the higher note other than this way around. A lot of people learn it that way. We'll do it this way, traditional way. Then we're going to go to an F major 7th chord. Now, the simple thing about this is our first finger stays in the same position. It doesn't have to move. Here's an A minor, first finger stays there. I'll give you the notes for that A minor in case you're wondering. From the bottom string, 0, 1, 2, 2, 0, okay? Now from the same string again for the F major 7th, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0. So it's one finger after another basically. And then from there we go to a C. Very simple, all we're doing is moving our 2nd and 3rd fingers up 1 string. So the notes become 0, 1, 0, 2, 3. And each of these chords was staying away from the top string, or the bass string, or the bottom string, depending on how you look at it. So we're staying away from that open E at the top. So we're going through the chords again, A minor, F major 7th, C. And each time, our first finger just stays in the same position. It doesn't have to move. So that's our little anchor point. Okay? Now the right hand, so that's pretty much the left hand done. Oh, there's one little thing that's happening in there. At one point on the end of the C chord, our 3rd finger is going to come up 1 note and play the bass note of the G, which is the 6th string, and it's the 3rd fret. So it's at the very last minute. I'll play it to you and you can hear that happening. You get that now? Here it comes. There. And back to an A minor. So it's very brief, but we'll go over that a little bit once we've got the right hand really good. Okay, so the right hand, what's happening there? We're starting with the A minor chord. The bass note for the A minor is the 5th string. And so we're going to play that note first by itself, pretty much by itself. We're going to keep a strum very, very small, okay? We don't want a wide strum, very, very small strum because it's quick. And we're going to be playing the bass note. Then we're going to play a strum of all the rest of the strings below that. And we're going to do a miss after that. So we're going to go bass, strum, miss, up, down, up. I'll do that with no chord now, just with my fingers over the strings so you can hear the sound of that. Bass, so that's in the A string, bass, down, miss, up, down, up. Bass, down, miss, up, down, up. Now that's the pattern to get really good at. Down, 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 up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down. Now don't speed up until you have it down. So when you're practicing this, and it might be for the very first time, you were doing it this slow, bass, strum, miss, up, bass, strum, miss, up, down, up. That's completely fine. Do that if you need to. When you have that down, start to speed that up. And you won't know until you've got them at, maybe you've played that 20, 30 times. The magic number is totally up to you. You'll know when it feels comfortable. The moment you slip out of that again, slow down, take it easy, take the pressure off yourself. It's new strum, it's very fast. Come back and just program that again. Once it's programmed, you can totally put the accelerator pedal on there and you'll be fine. So what we're doing is that for pretty much each chord. Okay, so bass, down, up, down, up. Now I'll go through each chord. So A minor, exactly what we just did. To the F major 7th. Now the bass note for that one is not going to be the 5th string, it's going to be the 4th string, but exactly the rest happens, exactly the same happens from then on. It's just bass, down, miss, up, down, up. One of those. And then we do the C chord, same thing again, but we're back to that 5th string for the bass note. Bass, strum, miss, up, down, up. And then we do it again on the C, but halfway through we're going to change. We're going to go down, down, up. It's a little bit different. We're going to go bass, down, up, then change our bass string to the 3rd fret on the 6th string, so the G note. That's going to be our bass note, down, up. So the second bar of the C is going to be bass, down, up, bass, down, up. The rest of our fingers stay the same, we're just changing the bass note. So we've got a C bass note on the 5th string, then a G bass note on the 6th string, but just down, down, up, down, down, up. It's pretty much what's happening. So half a bar of C, half a bar of G. Would be the way I'd think about that. And then you start again. I'll go back through that slowly. So A minor. Sounds like a completely different song when you play this slowly. If I speed it up a bit. Slow it back down again. Have it. That's the song over and over. Nice and slow to start with, okay? So don't get too carried away with trying to be the fastest player in the world within 5 minutes of you learning this chord progression. It's going to take maybe a week to get you up to speed with that. Maybe a couple of days, depending on how efficient of a guitar player you are to start with. If you're a very, very basic beginner, take your time with it. Don't be too stressed out about it. And once you've got it down, grab your capo, and if you've never used a capo before, they're very cool things. You want your capo to be quite a high position. This capo that I'm using here is quite a big capo. Some people like to go underneath. I like to go over the top. The reason for that is it leaves all the space under here for my hand to feel nice and relaxed. There's nothing in the way. That's just the way I like to do it. It's not necessarily everyone's way to do it. And the other thing is, don't put the capo at the back of the fret. So I want it to be on the 2nd fret. Here's the 2nd fret here. I need it to be as close to that fret as it possibly can be, but not over it, because if it goes over, it will stop the strings from ringing. Back here, you get a few buzzy notes. In the middle, it's okay, but the problem with that is my fingers want to go inside that fret because it still thinks that's a fret that I can play. Whereas if I stop that from being the case, go right up here, there's no way I want to put my finger into this other fret. It's all going to be down here. It's just a mental game that's going on there. Plus, you're going to get clean, crisp notes throughout the capo sound there, all on the 2nd fret. And this sounds exactly like it. And again, once something's programmed, you can go as fast as you really want to. It's really that simple, but it has to be programmed first. So have some fun with that song. It's great to see you on the channel. If there's anything you want to hear, please let me know, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. You might as well. You're going to get access to all this stuff, and it's free. How good is that? So we'll see you next time. Mark the Guitar Guy. We'll catch you later.